What's up, guys? So, Ultimate Spider-Man number 4 comes out on Wednesday, April 24th. I got a chance to read this over the weekend. I just wanted to tell you a little bit about it. Now, as always, I'm not going to show you any interiors because I don't want to be the source of any leaks or any spoilers. And I will go ahead and say that this is going to sound super hypocritical of me after what I said about Ultimate Black Panther number 3 last week, when I said I didn't really like it because nothing happened. Because in this book, nothing happens either. The whole issue, with the exception of 2 or 3 pages, is Peter and MJ having a dinner date with, and it's not a spoiler to say this because it was in the solicitations and it was on the cover, but they're having a dinner date with Harry Osborn and his wife, Gwen Stacy. This is the first appearance of this Earth's version of Gwen Stacy, and they literally, through the whole issue, they just sit at dinner and talk about various things. They talk about the state of the world that they live in. Gwen says that it's very obvious that the news they receive is being sanitized, which it is, because Wilson Fisk owns the Daily Bugle, and Wilson Fisk is in cahoots with the Maker and all that group of folks. They talk a little about the mysterious masked figure that's been swinging around the city over the course of the last few weeks. And we get to hear more about what MJ has been up to while this series has been running, which is great because we haven't seen much of Mary Jane in this series so far. So we learn what she does for work, how she got to that point, all the events that led up to that. And it was really cool to see because I love Mary Jane, and we finally get to see more of her in this. The few pages that are not Peter and MJ at dinner are actually Ben and Jonah babysitting Richard and May, Peter and MJ's kids. Although we don't see the kids too much in this, it's mostly just Ben and Jonah. I will say that they do come up with a name for their new news organization. I won't tell you what it is, but it's pretty cool, it's pretty fitting. And they talk a little bit more about, what their next step is and what direction they're gonna go in with this news organization that they're trying to build. But that's it. There's no Spider-Man in this whatsoever. There's no action of any kind. It's just Peter and MJ with Harry and Gwen just talking about current affairs, basically. But I still really, really liked it. And I know, again, that sounds hypocritical of me after saying I didn't like Black Panther because nothing happened in that. But there was something about this that I really, really enjoyed. I really like these characters. I really feel like this did build the world and further the story, even though it was just a lot of dialogue. This is definitely not a Spider-Man comic that kids are going to want to read, which is something I think about every time I read comics. But that's okay because we have Spectacular Spider-Men with Peter and Miles, and that is a great series for kids. Superior Spider-Man is great. Spider-Boy is great for kids. So I feel like this kind of story is okay as long as there is something to counterbalance that. So if I were Marvel, I would make sure that Amazing Spider-Man is extremely fun, extremely action-packed, something that kids would definitely want to read. And then for the older folks who want a bit more of a long, drawn-out story, a little bit more in-depth story, there's this book right here, and everybody wins, right? So I don't know if you guys feel the same way, or if you will feel the same way after you read this, but I really, really enjoyed it. I love these characters. I love hearing about what they're doing in their day-to-day lives, and I can't wait to see how what they talk about here spreads out into the larger world. So again, this comes out on Wednesday, April 24th. If you pick it up, let me know, and if you do, let me know what you think about it.